Well, it's time now for the Samarth Hero Awards. These are awards that recognize and honor individuals and institutions who have created solutions or spaces that provide greater accessibility and inclusivity. Before we get to the awards, I'd like to call on stage Arman Ali, the Executive Director of the National Center for Promotion of Employment for Disabled People, NCPEDP, has been a key knowledge partner in these awards. Arman, welcome on stage. Come, please. A big round of applause over here. I must ask you, we have award ceremonies and there are so many would consider it just a talk shop. But why do you believe that ceremonies like this, why do you believe campaigns like this are absolutely essential? And when you helped us design a lot of what we did, what was it in your mind that came first?
Vishnu, I think awards, especially for in the disability sector, it's not for what that organization or individual is doing. The purpose is to create awareness. I think it's a great advocacy tool when you recognize efforts to, which anything to do with people with disability to mainstream their issues. So I think this excellent and the kind of support which is coming from Hyundai and NCPEDP and NDTV, I think it has got a lot of attention and will change mindset. So I think organizing and recognizing people who are supporting disability is absolutely essential to do.
It has got a great deal of acceptance. Both Sikta and I have seen it, traveling across the country. People remember small features because this has gone on throughout the year. And it means the world to us that, that message, however small it may be, has actually gone across. So that's really important. And I think your views are very welcome about
right,
what this
yes.
achieves.
So we at NCPEDP, we've been running these awards from last 25 years, and very important to keep the flag flying. Issues of people with disabilities across on an everyday basis, lived experience of people with disabilities. Through these awards, these becomes mainstream discussions points.
Thank you so much for being such an important part of this.
I'd like to again invite on stage Mr. Ansup Kim, Mr. Tarun Garg and Mr. J.T. Park from Hyundai Motor India Limited.
And we'd also take this opportunity of inviting the Union Minister for Social Justice and Empowerment to be with us once again on the stage as we go through this list of exemplary achievers. Come. Hi, yes.
We begin with the award for excellence in assistive solutions. And the award goes to NeoMotion Chennai. Their products NeoFly and NeoBolt in combination turn a personalized wheelchair which is smooth to propel into a roadworthy vehicle. Representing NeoMotion is co-founder Siddharth Daga, who is also the Chief Impact Officer.
We've got the entire team over here coming up. But Siddharth, if you can accept the award from the Minister. And let me just quickly come across to ask you a quick question. So Siddharth, the question is this: how easy or how difficult is it for a normal wheelchair user to strap on the bolt, as it were, and use it and commute effectively? Why don't you show us, in fact, what exactly happens? Let me grab that from you, take your award away, and pass it on to Sikta for a moment so that we can actually get an idea of how this actually works. Why don't you show us? And it's as easy as that. Tell us how you went about with this idea and the design.
Thank you. First of all, it's an honor to meet you also. I've been watching NDTV since I was I was a child. So I think it's an honor to meet you as well.
Thank you
you
very
so much.
much.
And all the
Deeply
other
honored.
anchors, thank you. Our journey started in our final year of engineering at IIT Madras. We were given a problem statement. In fact, just a thought for all of you. We all swim. Most of us, I hope, can swim. But swimming is actually a very good form of exercise, even for a person with paralysis. But have you ever thought, how can a wheelchair user get into a swimming pool? Independently, or, without somebody touching them, without somebody actually picking them, putting them into the pool, sometimes leads to a lot of accidents. So our journey started by just making a simple hoist system for a wheelchair user to get into a swimming pool so that they can swim and get a form of exercise. But then that's where we met a lot of wheelchair users to understand that, it's very difficult for me to come to the pool for testing. It's very difficult for me because my parents are not there today. I need to get into an auto, I need to get into a car. So that's when we realized that we need to have a solution which allows any wheelchair user to go anywhere, to school, to college, to a market, for practice, for sports, independently, without having to depend on somebody, without having to think twice, thrice. So that's what led to the NeoFly and the NeoBolt, where, like you just saw, and Pravesh, Abhishek, Preshta ji, all have come from different parts of Delhi on the NeoBolt. So that shows that how easy it is to just travel here and there.
And I can tell you, I'm sure our partners from Hyundai are looking at the engineering solutions over here because they're all engineers at heart. It is absolutely fantastic. But thank you so much for sharing the technology over here. It's effective, it does something which works, and it helps so many. How many users do you have?
So today we are 5,500 strong users going out, watching a movie, watching a match, going for practice, going to college. So one thing we definitely saw is that while we started with mobility, we understood that we need to get this into mainstream society. So we started focusing on inclusive education, inclusive livelihood. We tied up with Zomato, and there are today 400 people on wheelchairs who are actually delivering your food on Zomato when you order them. And this is how we will scale this up. A person should be working in a retail shop, he should be working at Chroma, in Decathlon. It should be very easy for somebody to just go and work. It should not be difficult. It's that simple as that. And I would just, at the end, thank you, Arman, for guiding us at every step. I mean, that's where we understood that it doesn't stop at just engineering. We sort of probably need to get into...
coming up?
Yes, we
More
do.
inventions?
We have a standing wheelchair that we've launched. We've launched our lightweight wheelchair, which Prashtaji is one of our earliest users. So yes, constant development is happening, even for para sports for that matter. All the accessories that you need for shooting, for various sports, we are designing that. We are ensuring that athletes have the right equipment to...
Great, super. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
बहुत-बहुत मुबारक
Come,
आपको.
can I ask you, please, to...
बहुत शुक्रिया.
अब हम समावेशी शिक्षा में एक्सीलेंस के लिए पुरस्कार की बात कर रहे हैं और इस कैटेगरी के विजेता हैं उड़ीसा की स्वाभिमान. स्वाभिमान का फोकस एरिया स्कूली शिक्षा का समर्थन करना है. इसके प्रमुख कार्यक्रम में अंजलि शामिल है. भारत का पहला और एकमात्र अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाल महोत्सव जो दिव्यांग और गैर दिव्यांग बच्चों को 5 दिवसीय गतिविधियों के बारे में एक दूसरों को जानने के लिए एक मंच देता है. स्वाभिमान का प्रतिनिधित्व बोर्ड मेंबर प्रियदर्शी मोहापात्रा कर रहे हैं.
Priyadarsini.
सवाल पहले तो बहुत बहुत मुबारक और एक सवाल ये कि जब आपने सभी बच्चों को एक मंच दिया तो क्या बदलाव देखा समझ में आपसी बातचीत में कितना बदलाव आपने देखा?
देखिए मैं आज सुबह से ये सुन रहा हूँ कि जो चैलेंजेस हैं दिव्यांगों के लिए और हम उनके लिए बहुत सारी चीज़ करना चाहते हैं, बट ये समाज में अगर एक्चुअल वे से हम ये इक्वलिटी और इंक्लूजन लाना चाहते हैं तो हमको उनको मेन स्ट्रीम में लाना पड़ेगा. और जब अंजलि और ये एजुकेशन का सिस्टम हुआ कि आप मेन स्ट्रीम स्कूल में इनको लेके जाइए, इनके लिए कुछ अलग से नहीं बनाइए, क्योंकि ज़िंदगी में आगे जाके इनको सबके साथ एक कदम बढ़ा के आगे बढ़ना है, कोई अलग से इनके लिए रास्ता नहीं बनेगा। तो ये जब किया, आई थिंक सोच में बहुत बड़ा प्रभाव आया। बहुत सारे चीज़ हुए थे, बहुत सारे ऐसे स्टेप्स लिए गए थे जिनसे फिजिकल चैलेंजेस ओवरकम हो सके। ये आई थिंक एक बहुत बड़ा मेंटल बैरियर को ओवरकम किया कि मेन स्ट्रीम में हम सबके साथ कदम से कदम मिला के आगे बढ़ सकते हैं।
आपकी कोशिशों को सलाम और एक बार फिर बहुत बहुत मुबारक इस सम्मान।
Priyadarshan ji, thank you very much.
Our next award is the Award for Excellence in Accessible Infrastructure. Winning this category is the Museum of Art and Photography in Bengaluru. This museum is committed to making art accessible to all, and so it has integrated universal design features in its physical space. From ramps and quiet rooms to Indian Sign Language support and tactile artworks for sensory exploration. Representing the Museum of Art and Photography is its member, Shailesh Kulal.
Come, please. Well, I had a simple question, if I can squeeze in over here just to ask. So many museums across the country, and yet when it comes to accessibility, it's a problem. What is your message to other museums, to other places where the public can visit in terms of enhancing, accessibility?
So I think thanks all of you. I mean, NDTV and Hyundai is honoring us, and I think first of all we would like to thank to Emphasis F1 Foundation, who is our accessibility partner, who had really helped us to make Museum of Art and Photography accessible to everybody. So, so it is very important that art and has a power of changing something, and it's important that art should be accessible for everybody. And that is where we took a step to make our museum accessible with different features, like starting from building accessibility, our exhibitions, and our programming, content, and our HR practices, everything. So what I basically say here is that, other people, like the public spaces or private spaces, wherever how it is important for you to live with food, and accessibility and inclusion is for people with disability like us is very important. So taking that step, making these public spaces accessible for everyone is very important, so that we can also live with the dignity and without any barrier. So yeah.
That's a wonderful message. Thank you very much. And congratulations once again.
अब हम एक्सेलेंस इन इंक्लूसिव स्पोर्ट्स के अवार्ड की तरफ बढ़ते हैं, और इस कैटेगरी के विजेता हैं सुनील कुमार जैन, जो आस्था के फाउंडर और चीफ इनेबलर हैं। उन्होंने भारत में व्हीलचेयर टेनिस को आगे बढ़ाने में अपना महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया है। उन्होंने एक्सेसिबल स्पोर्ट्स फैसिलिटीज़ पर जोर दिया है, और उनका मौजूदा ध्यान दिव्यांग बच्चों और उनके लिए एक पूरी तरह से एक्सेसिबल व्हीलचेयर टेनिस ट्रेनिंग सुविधा स्थापित करने पर केंद्रित है।
मेरा एक सवाल आपसे, जब 2016 में आपने अपने काम की शुरुआत की थी, तब एक्सेसिबल स्पोर्ट्स फैसिलिटीज़ को लेकर तमाम कोशिशें चल रही थी, लेकिन बहुत कामयाबी हासिल नहीं हुई थी। अब जब हमारे एथलीट्स शिखर छू रहे हैं, नए मुकाम हासिल कर रहे हैं, तो उम्मीद बनती है मोटिवेशन भी ज़मीन पर बढ़ा होगा.
First of all, thank you so much, NCPD Arman, for being instrumental in having me here. And 2016, when we started, wheelchair tennis, not anybody knows in India. Not many people know, right? We have not accomplished any medal as a sport yet, and we are in the journey. And the whole idea of starting Indian Wheelchair Tennis Tour was to have sports available for people, just like sports, right? The question of increasing medal year after year is surely done for India. Kind of population we have and the kind of corporate investment, government policies, we are all moving ahead. We'll definitely have more and more medal. There is absolutely, we shouldn't have any doubt about it. The larger question I think we should all ask is what's happening from the grassroots till the medal, right? The journey of it's not athlete becomes an athlete. He's just start a free play. I need just to play freely. The focus, attention, if I can divert there are a lot of barrier yet. Policy barrier, infrastructure barrier. That's when the thought came, can I work with wheelchair tennis to create an ecosystem using wheelchair tennis as an example, create an ecosystem that works on a 360-degree approach, which means having a grassroots development work. We didn't have kids playing wheelchair tennis in India. We have 22 kids practicing in India, wheelchair tennis. Then competitive structure. Can I strengthen the competitive structure? Where only 1 or 2 tournaments used to happen in 2-3 years.
Yes.
We have 12 tournaments in the last 4-5 years, right?
Right.
And top athlete development. So everything is like a cycle. And we as a country, every ecosystem has a stakeholders, right? If we don't come together for a larger purpose, and accessibility is one issue, according to me, is one of the issues. But there is a lot yet to be
No,
done.
I couldn't agree more. It's an
Yeah.
entire process that
Yeah.
needs to come together.
Yeah.
But
Definitely
thank you
think
so
so.
much for being with us today and sharing those thoughts. And we'd love to expand on that and see what we can do as we think more deeply about this. Thank you
Vishnu.
so
Thank
much.
you.
And congratulations once again.
And thank you so much for this initiative. As Armar was saying, it is this kind of issues that actually allows everybody, like every stakeholders, to actually know what's happening. And thank you so much for taking that effort and creating this initiative. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
The last of our Samarth Hero Awards is the Diversity, Equity and Inclusive Workspace Award. And this award goes to Amazon India for sustainably deploying Divyangjan as frontline associates at their operations sites since 2017, and not just deploying them, but also creating an enabling ecosystem and effectively mapping skills to jobs. Now, Amazon is represented by its DEI champions who work under the leadership of Liju Thomas, HR Director, India Operations, and
Congratulations, all
Arun
of
Kumar Singh, Director,
We've got the
Amazon
entire team
Transport
over here,
Services.
Rosanna. Congratulations, all of you. Once again, let's get a photo happening over here. Liju, I had a question for you, and I'll pass you this mic. And the question is this: how is diversity and inclusion a fundamental part of your workplace? More than just words, how are you enabling inclusion to take place?
Our heartfelt thanks to Samarth by Hyundai and NDTV for this recognition, and NCPDP for nominating us for this award. At Amazon, our journey started with deploying 5 deaf and hard of hearing associates a few years back in one of our delivery stations. We've come a long way since then, and today we have more than 2,300 disabled associates working with us. And this includes people with intellectual disabilities, visual disabilities, locomotor disabilities, as well as acid attack survivors. while we are proud of the progress we have made, we still believe that we are just getting started and there's a long journey for us to move ahead. Or as we say in Amazon, it is still day one. I'm also taking this opportunity to thank the thousands of Amazonians who come each day to work wanting to make our workplace more equitable and more inclusive for people with disabilities. And it is at the ethos of our workplace that diversity and inclusion is integrated into your business, and that shows in our progress.
That's fantastic. Congratulations once again to the entire Amazon team, and thank you very much for being with us. All right, well, it's time now for us to request Mr. Ansuke, Mr. Tarun Garg, and Mr. J.T. Park from Hyundai Motor India Limited to present a memento to Dr. Virendra Kumar. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us. We are delighted that you could be with us to share your views and your commitment to what we believe is a cause for billions plus across this country.
बहुत शुक्रिया माननीय मंत्री जी कि आप हमारी इस पहल में शामिल हुए।